6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government adopts multi-platform strategies to boost business climate and attract investors. House of Representatives rejects bill on rotational presidency among 6 geopolitical zones. On the foreign scene, United States President Saudi Crown Prince signed strategic partnership agreement on first leg of Trump's diplomatic tour. In sport, Nigeria flying Eagles to face South Africa in semi-finals of 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State government is committed to ease of doing business through multiple platforms to drive investors' confidence. Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment Folashade Ambrose Medebem noted that the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has embarked on various initiatives to enhance the process, including strong trade and bilateral relationships with countries like Germany, India, United Arab Emirates, among others. Speaking at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa, Ambrose said plans are underway for the establishment of the Lagos State Industrial Innovation Zone to boost local production, announced the operationalization of the Lekki Deep Sea Port. According to Ambrose, Lagos State secured over $4 million in World Bank supported state action business enabling reform, SEBA initiative, and also through diaspora and local industry engagement, engaged business leaders and business membership organizations.
We've been able to achieve the incentives as a result of that. The essence of the ease of doing business, as we all know, is to rate the states in terms of how they have simplified the process of business startups, how they have assisted new businesses coming in to kickstart their operations, how the program is backed by a 750 million International Development Association credit as a concessionary financial assistance to countries. And I'm delighted to say Lagos State has been able to meet all criteria and obtain the relevant acknowledgement as well.
The commissioner said in the year under review, the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency received a total of 1,678 complaints from consumers, resolved 1,488 and 23 referrals with 160 ongoing. Our correspondent Adiola Kindele reports that the commissioner said in the future, the ministry targets to put strong foundations in place. In short, medium and long-term fold for industrial policy, creating 50,000 new direct jobs in the Lekki corridor, disbursing loans to the first cohort of MSMEs and cooperatives through Las Merkel, among others. The Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has increased the Lagos State housing stock with a total of 9,970 home units in the last 6 years. These include a Goigondo mixed housing estate, cluster 1, comprising of 270 units over 2-bedroom apartments, increasing the number of housing estates so far delivered across the 5 divisions of the state by the present administration to 21 since 2019. How public-private partnerships across the housing sector provided additional 5,976 homes for LOTs. Commissioner for Housing, Morufa Kinderu Fatai, noted that the Sanwo-Olu administration, through the Themes Plus agenda, has developed a sustainable economic, social, institutional, and technical solutions to increasing the housing stock for the low-income strata and reducing deficit in the sector. Akinero Fatai said projects like the Gondo Cluster 2, Shangotedu, Ajara, Epe, and the Bishi housing schemes are expected to be completed between 2025 and early 2026, increasing housing schemes target to over 14,000 units. The commissioner highlighted challenges affecting the state with a limited land area over 3,577 square kilometers and one-third of water, to include rapid urbanization, high construction cost, inadequate infrastructure, financing, among others.
The progress in the housing sector in the past 6 years confirms the commitment of this administration to drastic reduction in housing deficit. This, coupled with the state government effort to reduce the barrier to home ownership and bring smile to the faces of many Lagosians. Apart from creating decent and affordable shelters, construction work has aided the economic presence of artisans, suppliers, professionals, and others involved at both the demand and supply angle of home ownership.
Akinero Fataya also announced that the Lagos State Mortgage Board has helped over 20,000 residents access homes under its rent-to-own scheme. 112 benefit recently completing their mortgage terms. Our correspondent Adeola Akinele quotes the commissioner as saying that Nigeria has over 22 million units in housing deficit due to population increase, rural urbanization, and security concerns. But in Lagos, the state government has adopted a multi-pronged strategy, including direct budgetary funding and public-private partnerships to boost affordable housing, especially for lower and middle-income earners. Lagos State has commenced airlifting over 8 intending pilgrims embarking on the year 2025 Holy Pilgrimage to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, with 388 pilgrims on board the inaugural flight. Commissioner for Home Affairs Amirul Hajj Ibrahim Layodi, the National Commissioner for Operations, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACAN, Anofiu Elegushi, and members of the year 2025 Hajj Central Working Committee were among the government functionaries present at the airport to bid farewell to the intending pilgrims on the inaugural flight. The Amirul Hajj urged the intending pilgrims to prioritize their spiritual growth by being focused and performing all the Hajj rite as prescribed by the Holy Prophet Muhammad. He stressed that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy Obafemi Hamzat is very passionate about their well-being and comfort. Hence, the series of lodges and free medical screening exercise organized for them in 10 different locations across the state to ensure that they are medically fit for the sacred journey. Layadi urged them to be good ambassadors of the state by obeying the rules and regulations of Saudi Arabia and conducting themselves as responsible citizens of the state and Nigeria in general throughout their stay in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The federal government has launched a revised insurance framework for leased aircraft aimed at easing operations and reducing cost for domestic airline operators. According to the Commissioner for Insurance, Olusegun Omosheyin, the policy was developed in partnership with the Ministry of Aviation, Aerospace Development, and National Insurance Commission, NICAM. Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo said the initiative aligns with global standards and addresses the long-standing challenge of foreign insurance requirement by empowering local insurers. Now to the rest of the stories. The House of Representatives has rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to rotate the office of the President and Vice President among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The House also rejected 6 other constitutional alteration bills listed in the order paper of the House for consideration, but resolved to bring back the bills on Wednesday and consider them on their individual merit. The House had, at the commencement of the debate, set aside its rules to allow it take the constitutional alteration bills simultaneously, while allowing members to choose any of the 7 listed on which they wish to debate on. Most members chose the bill seeking to rotate the office of the President and Vice President among the 6 geopolitical zones, with many members opposing the idea and warning against setting a dangerous precedent with it. Deputy Majority Leader Aliyu Madaki led the opposition to the bill, saying that issues the bill intends to cure have been addressed by the Federal Character Commission, warning that the issue of rotation should not be included in the Constitution but allowed to remain the way it is. Madaki argued that the existing political parties already have mechanisms to ensure fair representation in the sharing of offices at every given electoral period. In a bid to reduce preventable death during emergencies, the Health Emergency Initiative HEI has embarked on a comprehensive life-saving skills training program for over 200 secondary school teachers and students across Lagos State. Speaking during the grand finale of the Lagos phase of the initiative, Executive Director of HEI, Pascal Achinene, explained that the program aims to equip participants with essential emergency response skills, including cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, handling road traffic accident, among other medical crises. Achinene said most deaths occur in the pre-hospital phase, where victims do not receive timely assistance. Hence, these critical gaps necessitated the training.
The people trained under this scheme have responded positively, enhancing the survival chances. So our desire is that more persons, more students, more schools, more teachers will be trained. And of course, it requires resources, especially now that the Lagos State government has taken that bold step to make it part of the curriculum. So we'll anticipate that 6 months, 1 year from now, as more and more students are trained, there's a higher chance of people surviving during the emergency.
According to him, the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education has recognized the importance of the program, approving it for secondary schools and integrating it into the curriculum. Chief Training Instructor with HEI, Abigail Nkiredem Hassan, further elaborated on the program's focus, saying participants were taught the basics of emergency response, including CPR, handling fractures, road traffic accident, and recognizing when to call for advanced medical help as first responders. Teachers and students drawn from public, private, and missionary schools expressed enthusiasm about the skills acquired, noting that it empowers them to act swiftly in emergencies rather than being passive bystanders. Women of the Bill community in the Degema local government area of Rivers State have staged a protest at the Government House, Port Harcourt, demanding the release of 8 students who were abducted by suspected pirate while in a boat traveling from Port Harcourt to Bill to sit for the ongoing WAEC exams. The women under the ages of concerned people of Bio Kingdom, clad in black attires, displayed several placards and chanted songs to drive home their demands. It will be recalled that suspected pirates hijacked 3 boats with various goods and property worth millions of naira and kidnapped 13 passengers in the Port Harcourt Bella waterways last Tuesday. Following the incident, the chairman, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, Port Harcourt Commercial District, Israel Pepple, has said they will suspend transport operations to compel the government to take the necessary action to protect the waterways from incessant pirate attacks. In foreign news now, United States President Donald Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have signed a strategic partnership agreement between their 2 countries. The U.S. president is on the first leg of a major diplomatic tour to the Middle East. Earlier, Trump was joined by Elon Musk and other business leaders at a lavish lunch in Riyadh. Trump is hoping to secure hundreds of billions of dollars of investment in the U.S. during the 4-day trip to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. In sport now, Nigeria's Flying Eagles will take on South Africa in the semi-finals of the 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. The pairing was confirmed after South Africa defeated Democratic Republic of Congo 1-0 after extra time in Monday's quarterfinals. Flying Eagles and South Africa have qualified for this year's FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile. The two teams will meet on Thursday, May 15, to battle for a place in the final. To get to the quarterfinals, the Flying Eagles saw off champions Senegal 3-1 on penalty shootout after over 120 minutes of football ended 0-0. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, speed thrills but kills. Please do not drive beyond specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women resident in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories.
News.
Lagos State Government is committed to ease of doing business through multiple platforms to drive investors' confidence. The House of Representatives has rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to rotate the office of the President and Vice President among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. We also told you that the United States President Donald Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman have signed a strategic partnership agreement between their two countries as the U.S. President is on the first leg of a major diplomatic tour to the Middle East. And finally, in sport, Nigeria's Flying Eagles will take on South Africa in the semi-finals of the 2025 Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesuwa Ejoyoka. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Without the roads, there won't be vehicles. Without the roads, there won't be the streetlights.